Oh, sorry, wrong show. Here we are hanging at the Harvester with Matt and me, Rex, the Cat in the Hat.
I'm Matt Hankins. I'm the CEO of the Harvester Performance Center and your co-host here at Hangin At The Harvester.
I'm Rex Norris. I'm the box office manager here at the Harvester.
Rex has been with us for most of this ride, better than 3 years now.
Oh, yeah.
I've been with it now for exactly 5 years. Just 5 years ago that we started on the Harvester. Been open now for, we're in our third full year,
Right.
and having a great time with what we do with live music here in Rocky Mount, Virginia, and some of the best artists in the world.
Yeah, we just had 2 incredible nights back to back. We had Kevin Moe, and he didn't want to leave the stage. I mean, he played
2 hours,
2 hours and 15 minutes.
That's incredible. A lot of bang for your buck.
And if you don't think music can move people, you watch Kevin Moe do America the Beautiful with red, white, and blue lights and the crowd singing along. And if that doesn't move you, I don't know what's wrong with your heart.
We also had Riders in the Sky.
We had Riders in the
building
Sky
the same night,
so, downstairs.
So we had a lot of a pretty different audience.
Yeah.
I mean, it's traditional, country western, cowboy western, comedy and western with Riders in the Sky downstairs on the landing pad stage, which is our more intimate club type setting. And then upstairs having one of the best blues guitarists around be able to put on a show with a great band.
And what a great band! What a great band! And then to follow it up the next night with John Hyatt.
Yeah, and hearing Drive South and Thing Called Love and some of the great hits that he's been known for. 90 minutes of really fantastic music, and John Hyatt
still one of the best American songwriters around.
Yeah, so many people have done his songs. I was thinking that we've had Susie Boggess here 3 times. Of course, had a major hit with Drive South, a song that he wrote. What we need now is Bonnie Raitt to come and do a Thing Called Love, and some of her other songs to add to our John Hyatt connection. So, Bonnie, if you're out there listening, come to the Harvester.
Come to the Harvester.
We'd love us some Bonnie Raitt. We got a lot of great shows coming up, though. We're just past the middle of November. We're going to try to do this podcast on a pretty regular basis, just to update folks on where we are. But we've got this weekend some Americana and country type acts.
Right. American Aquarium's playing this Friday.
That's one of your favorites. I know they've been here at least twice, 2 other times.
Right.
So their third appearance here at the Harvester.
They have a new live CD DVD coming out, so I'm looking forward to hearing that stuff.
And then we're all going to stand up on Saturday night.
Saturday night, Corey Smith's back.
It's a stand-up show
with Luke Combs, the really hot up-and-coming artist. Song Hurricane, you might have heard.
He had a top 10 hit with Hurricane in the iTunes charts. Yes. So, really great sound. He's sort of got the bro country sound without the bro country baggage.
Right, right. I think everybody will be very happy with the opener, and Corey always brings a rowdy crowd. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Now I'm somewhere in the gray of middle class and middle age. The man in the mirror looks more like my father every day. My clothes are out of fashion, my hair is getting thin, and my favorite conversation starts with I remember when. Still we go down to that college town, dancing at the 80s bar. We drink until we feel a whole lot cooler than we are. Then I look at all those college girls, so innocent and young, and I just check them out and say, damn, I wish I was 21.
And it sort of flips on Sunday. We go a little more low key,
but full band, not just piano. So if you remember Walking in Memphis,
Silver Thunderbird,
yeah.
A lot of wedding songs came off of those albums from Mark Cohn in the 90s.
Yeah.
Mark Cohn is a fantastic pianist, compares favorably to Bruce Hornsby. Another great Virginia artist that hasn't played the Harvester yet.
Right.
Mark Cohen is bringing the full band here. This is a rescheduled show, supposed to be here in the spring. It was rescheduled in November. And
so that we could have the full band show, because that would have been a solo show.
Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain.
Speaking of pianists, we have to mention passing of Leon Russell.
Yeah, such a sad thing.
It was. We were lucky enough to have him here twice at the Harvester, and he packed them in both times. Everybody, we were looking forward to having him again. I mean, it was really sad to see that, and passing of Leonard Cohen and Mose Allison. We're losing a lot of people.
Yeah.
So if you get a chance to go see live music, you should.
Well, we talked about that a lot here after the passing of Merle Haggard. A lot of people thought, what in the world is Merle Haggard doing playing at this
Such
little small venue in Rocky Mount, Virginia? But it was such a fantastic show, and it was one of his last 15 or 20 concerts that he did.
It was.
And we had the chance to see the legend here in Rocky Mount. Same with Greg Allman. We had the chance to see a living legend here with us. We want to see them while we can. So we encourage people to come out. We got a lot of young artists too. A lot of folks that are just getting started that sooner or later are going to be legends in their own right. And we like to give them the opportunity, but we really like making connections with those established artists. And one of those that's coming up in December is Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Right.
And the twist is they've got a new lead singer.
New lead singer, and Bo Bice, you might remember from American Idol. But let me tell you, folks, check out any of the videos. You'll think it's the original vocalist.
It sounds exactly like Blood, Sweat, and Tears did in the 70s.
It's another one of those acts you don't quite remember how many hits they had until you start listening, and then you go, oh yeah, that one and that one.
Yeah, you talk
Spinning
about Spinning Wheel
and When I Die, Lucretia McEvil.
You made me so very happy.
Very happy. Another wedding song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
going to be a good one. That's December 11th.
We've got a different thing coming up. Of course, we're doing the Come Home to Franklin County Christmas on Friday, December the 4th with the Dry Hill Draggers. Second, sorry. The parade's on the 4th.
Right.
Come Home to Franklin County Christmas Friday the 2nd with the Dry Hill Draggers performing a show here.
Yes.
And we may add another bluegrass show on December 3rd, so keep your eye out on the harvester-music.com on our website for announcements about that.
And
it's a local show.
If you like to dance, there will be a dance floor for that Dry Hill Dragger show.
We always
Just to let you know, we always encourage that. So.
Always encourage dancing here at the Harvester. The different twist I was getting to is on Saturday the 3rd. We've had a lot of people say, why don't you do metal? Why don't you do harder rock? And it just hasn't worked out for us.
Right.
But we finally have that hard rock show that's going to be just a blast. It's going to be a really fun time with Theory of a Dead Man.
Yeah.
The Bad Girlfriends are going to come out that night, so it's going to be a really fun show, and I'm really looking forward to that. They get a lot of play, obviously, here on 96.3 WROV, they're a fan favorite. So tickets are selling really quickly and may sell out. So if you are inclined to come to that metal show that harder rock show that people have been asking for, go out and buy those tickets now at harvester-music.com. You can always call the box office here.
540 Guitars.
540 Guitars is probably one of the most memorable phone numbers that we could have gotten, and just so fortunate to have that. We'll swing a little bit in December too. We've got the Embers doing their Christmas show,
right?
But we also have
Big Bad Voodoo Daddy,
great horn
Rockin' Christmas,
it's a Christmas show, but that horn section really should make it a special event.
If you saw the movie Swingers, you saw Big Bad Voodoo Daddy in that movie. I mean, this is a rockin' swing band. This is like Brian Setzer's swing band.
Yeah, and we all know what a great sound that is. I know people have heard Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. They might not be able to place it, but it's sort of like Kev Moe and the Mike and Molly music.
Right.
I mean, you might not make the connection, but you have heard them somewhere. We're doing some jazz. Jazz is Fish.
Jazz is Fish.
Also in December, before Christmas. And then we really haven't done anything previously between Christmas and New Year's. Usually we shut down the Harvester around
Right.
December 20th, let our volunteers and their staff spend time with their families around the holidays, because not a lot of musicians are touring around the
Right.
holidays. But this time we've got an exception in that the old
We
97s
do.
are on tour, and they're coming here December 29th.
29th.
And they've got Van de Veer opening for them.
Vanderveer's opening
Van de Veer's
several
been here
years.
quite a
Quite
few times.
They're favorites here.
Smaller act out of is it Lexington or Louisville, Kentucky? Out of Kentucky.
Out of
anyway.
Kentucky, yeah.
But old 97's great rock Americana
Oh, yeah.
sound, sort of a Texas sound to them. So
They're a Texas band, so they're one of those that's kind of hard to categorize.
yeah, and we
But-
love those
but-
kind of bands because everybody gets to hear something that they want to
Right.
hear. Yeah, if you're looking for country, if you're looking for rock, if you're looking for Americana
You-
or blues, you hear all of those influences.
Right, and you've definitely heard Time Bomb.
I got a time bomb in my mind, Mom. I hear it ticking, but I don't know why. I call the police, but they don't like me. I hear them whispering when I walk by.
And if anybody knows music here at the Harvester, Rex is our musicologist. He is our expert. He knows who plays in which bands, how long they played there, what instruments they played while they were with the band. And it's such a great asset to have somebody like Rex here that cares so much about the music and about the place. And certainly glad to have that, and appreciate everything that you do to help keep the Harvester running. We're going to get together and party on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
There's no signature New Year's Eve event in Franklin County.
No, never
And,
has been. People always say there's nothing to do. There's
Yeah,
nothing
so
to
they sit at home and watch the ball drop, or they go to cities nearby and party there. We want people to come and party in Rocky Mount and
Yeah.
ring in the new year with us. We'll do it responsibly, but there's going to be a champagne toast
There
at
will be
midnight.
champagne toast.
And
We'll
more
watch the ball drop. But
We got 3 local bands.
we've got three variety. We have a variety of sounds that night. I mean, we've got Mason Creek with bluegrass. We've got Barefoot West with Americana, I guess you would say.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, and then we have Kerosene Willie with kind
Of
of
course,
more of a jam band, Grateful Dead influence band.
Of course, our friends Kyle Forey and Justin Fournette in Barefoot West were the
Right.
first 2 guys to take the stage
take
here at
the
the
stage
Harvester.
at the Harvester.
They
In
physically
this
did
building.
the first performance on our stage, and so they'll always have a special place in our
Yes, sir.
hearts. We have just announced some big shows coming up in
We have.
2017. January we've got more shows than we usually do in January.
Right.
You want to go through some of those that we have?
Well, Pam Tillis is
Country artists,
country artist.
country royalty, really.
Exactly.
Mel Tillis'
Mel
daughter.
Tillis' daughter.
Uh,
Let's see.
We've got sort of a Memphis connection there because her big hit was maybe it was Memphis.
Maybe it was Memphis.
Last night we
which
had
was
John
another
Hyatt.
John Hyatt. Yeah.
Last night John Hyatt did Memphis in the meantime.
Right.
We'll have Mark Cohn here on Sunday doing Walking in Memphis.
Memphis.
So,
Yeah.
maybe this is the Memphis episode of Hangin' At The
I
Harvester.
think so.
What was I supposed to do? Standing there looking at you, lonely boy far from home. Maybe it was Memphis, maybe it was summer nights, maybe it was you, maybe it was me, but it's something right.
On the 28th of January, we've got somebody that one of our town council members repeatedly requested.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Mark Broussard, yeah.
Coming. We've got some other announcements coming up. This is the Crooked Road, and this is Moonshine territory, and one of those artists that we can't say who it is yet, but certainly would have a connection with a major historical moonshine song. So we are certainly hoping to see.
Bagpipe. I hear bagpipes
Yeah,
for some reason.
is that a Dodge?
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
Bare Naked Ladies are coming. May 2nd. Canadian rockers.
1 week,
To
If I Had $1 Million,
Yeah.
Hollywog in a Bog.
Yeah, Brian Wilson,
Yeah.
The Old Apartment,
Yeah.
and The Big Bang Theory.
Mhm.
Just to name a few.
Yeah. You know their music, you've heard their music.
Right.
If you like me and you went to college in the mid-90s, you lived their music really.
Yeah.
Really great, party band. And
For sure.
we're going to have a good time here with them. It's one of those things that people have got to realize that we have 500 seats here at the most.
Right.
Usually it's about 460.
Yeah.
And when we have an artist come in, we're not like a civic center, so
No.
we can't spread the cost out over, say, 3,000 or 4,000 seats. It's
Exactly.
spread out over 500. So
Exactly.
we're fortunate to have some of the artists here that we've had, and it is a little bit pricier ticket,
It
but
is.
it's one
It
that
is.
you will value because you're never more than about 70 feet away from the artist on the
Right.
stage. That's as long as our building is, so you are always close to eye level with them.
Right.
You have that intimate connection. Last night, hearing John Hyatt, just the connection that he had with
Sure.
the audience,
Sure.
talking to the people in the audience and responding to requests and telling us some really fun
Right.
stories about
And
Thanksgivings. And
Kev Mo basically taking a lap around the building. I mean, he came off the stage and went through the audience and around and back on stage. I mean, you don't get that most places.
Yeah, sort of like Buddy Guy did when he was here a couple of months ago.
Right.
He just went out into the audience and made those physical connections
Yeah.
with people. And
Yeah.
you just don't get that in the Civic Center experience.
And you're making memories that you'll cherish for a lifetime. You really will. And as we touched on before, a lot of these people are not going to be with us.
You've
Or may not. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah, but you've got to enjoy them while they're still here. Enjoy the performances that they put on. That's just the thing about it. You can do that here. You can do it in a small town where you've got plenty of places to go shop.
Right.
You've got plenty of places to go eat. Some really different cuisine to try while you're
No
here.
traffic problems.
No traffic
No
problems.
parking problems.
People can park within just a couple hundred feet here of the building
Right.
and have an easy walk in.
Very easy walk.
Or they can shuttle in. We have a shuttle bus with
Shuttle.
TNT Auto Body Shuttle
Right,
that
from
will run.
Roanoke.
They'll run from Roanoke. They'll run from local hotels here.
Okay.
We've got 2 hotels, 2 bed and breakfasts in Rocky Mount, so places to stay. And other people looking to add hotels here.
Sure.
So my day job is I'm the Economic Development Director and Assistant Town Manager for Rocky Mount. So I'm the person that you would talk to if you're looking to locate a hotel here or you want to open up a new restaurant. We do have a restaurant that is closed lately.
Right.
Bootlegger's
But
closed.
we have a new coffee shop,
Mhm.
a new donut shop.
And we have a lot of people looking
Other
at the
stuff.
bootlegger space.
Right.
So we think we're going to have a restaurant back in there fairly soon. But we've
Yeah.
also, this week, for the first time, we've had food trucks here.
Yes, we
had
have.
Bruno's Gastro Truck
Bruno's, yeah.
here. So that was a really fun experience. They did some really great food.
It was.
There's opportunity here in Rocky Mount to really come in and have a great experience in it. I can just about guarantee the experience you have this time is not going to be the same one that you'll have in a month or two when you're back for another show.
Right.
But you're going to enjoy both experiences. Come and shop, spend the day, look around in some of our local shops. We got the traditional hardware store, the traditional women's boutique, the furniture store across the street. We've got all sorts of different retailers that you can go to and take a look at what they've got.
Sure.
Spend a day shopping, then come and enjoy the music after a great meal, and you're just going to enjoy the Rocky Mount experience.
Give us a chance. It'll spoil you. This is a world-class sound system and light system. The artists are amazed.
You don't have that experience where when you go to a civic center you can't hear for 3 days.
Right.
That's always bothered me because
Yes.
I enjoy the show and I hear fine while it's going on.
I
but
don't like that 60 cycle hum for days afterwards.
3 or 4 days after is a little much. So when you leave here, you're having a pleasant conversation. Your ears don't hurt. You're not ringing.
Well, and the crowd. I mean, I understand there's certain artists that you're gonna either have to go see them in a civic center or Coliseum, or not see them at all. But everybody starts somewhere, and if you get to see them in a place like this, not only are you up close with the artist, but it's so easy to get in and out. I mean, you got people greeting you, you got people that'll answer questions. I mean, great volunteer staff helping at concession stands and seating and anything like that. It's flat. You're not having to climb stairs.
Mhm.
You're not
We do
up
have
in
an elevator.
nosebleed seats or anything, but we do have an elevator for downstairs shows, and it's an experience like no other place. It really is.
And we all have a lot of fun. We're real like a family here.
We are.
We've really gelled over the last few years. We've got a group of about 70 volunteers that we can call upon to come in here at any time. Normally we'll have 15 to 20 volunteers depending on the size of the show. So you've got different people every night to greet you and tell you about Rocky Mountain and make sure you're having a good experience and a great time. One of the parts of having a great time is the ability to have a nice adult beverage, and we do have a lot of great adult beverages here. We do serve beer and wine at the Harvester.
Right. And we're the only local Deschutes distributor.
We are. We are serving Deschutes here. We've got it on tap and some in bottles.
Some in bottles.
As Deschutes grows and progresses and gets their brewery up and running in Roanoke, we're looking forward to having more flavors added, but we've got some of their major flavors here. We've got the Mirror Pond, Squeeze, both on tap. We've also got the local breweries. We like to have the local flavor, so we have Chaos Mountain Brewery, we have Sunday City, we have Parkway. So, we like for people to have that as Hammer and Forge gets going in Boone's Mill. I'm sure we'll if they distribute locally, we'll try to add them to our mix as well.
And a variety of wines for people that prefer wine.
And really great wine selection. We hear compliments about how good the wine is here. We're not serving you something out of a box. We're serving out of a bottle, and
It is.
it's a really great product. So glad to be able to offer those. We also have as one of our major sponsors Coca-Cola, and we serve Coke products here. We're glad to have those. You see us sipping around on Coke products here today. So we've got those available, and we usually have pizza here, or we'll have a food truck outside, or one will be nearby. We have plans for others that have asked about locating at the farmer's market across the street or in other nearby business lots. So folks will have the opportunity to have a great food experience while they're here. That's a big part of the concert experience for most people.
It is. And we still have great restaurants within a reasonable distance.
Yeah, we sure do. We have Ippy's, which is one of our great sponsors and partners. Here on Franklin Street, you have Hemma's, and nearby the Hub. Of course, we've got all sorts of fast food. We have three Mexican restaurants: El Rio, El Rodeo, Los Tres Amigos. So all the fast food that you would expect is available. We've got, like you mentioned, the new coffee shop up the street, the Whole Bean Coffee House. We've got Cupcakery here in the Harvester
and down the street.
So a lot of great places to have a great experience, and that's really what it's about. Is you want to enjoy the music, but you also want to have a good time while you're here. And we're just happy to have you watching us and finding out about Rocky Mount. The Harvester really started out as a hardware store. It was Lynch Hardware starting in the mid '40s and stayed that way until the mid '90s. Then it closed down as a hardware store, was bought, used as a pet store and a pizzeria and a garage and a clothing store and a karate studio, a hair studio, several different things until the building went up for auction in 2011. I got to go buy it on behalf of the town of Rocky Mount, which developed it as the Harvester Performance Center. So I really have been working on this for 5 years, and it has turned out to exceed everybody's expectations in terms of the visitor experience and in terms of our performance. People thought, how in the world are you going to get world-class artists to play here? And really, it's a business. People make a decision based on where they want to play, how they can make their business model work, and people are making the decision, but they are hearing from other artists, this is a great place to play. We talked about Merle Haggard earlier, and he went back and told Jamie Johnson, hey, this place in Virginia, you need to play. And so Jamie Johnson was here in May. Of course, we hope to have Jamie back again.
Greg Allman told Warren Haynes,
and so we got Government Mule here.
We finally had drive-by truckers,
and we know that Warren Haynes, when he performed here, was wearing a Blackberry Smoke T-shirt, and we hope soon to have Blackberry Smoke here on our stage. So if the boys in Blackberry Smoke are watching this, we want you here at the Harvester.
We want you here, I think Marty Stewart told No, it was Gillian Welch and David Rawlings told Ricky Skaggs. I
Yeah,
think.
which is really funny because Ricky's son had played here the previous August.
Exactly.
And apparently they hadn't communicated what a great place
They
this was.
didn't know.
But
Yeah,
Gillian
Sharon
Welch,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
that was really fun to
It was.
to be in the room when Ricky was telling us that and have Sharon White, his wife, say, "Well, our son played here before."
Exactly. Luke's already played here, and it was like, what?
So we sort of got this small little world now where the artists are telling each
Yeah.
other what a great place this is. And,
Exactly. And so many repeat performers. I mean, Three Dog Night are coming back.
they are, and they have filled up the house both other times they've
Right.
been here.
Right.
Uh,
Kev Mo was returning artist this
Mhm.
past week. So I
Yeah.
mean, we've had people twice, some 3 times. I mean, it's become a favorite place, and it's nice to know that we stand out.
We do. I think it's because of the small town atmosphere. You think about Kevin Bacon. Bacon Brothers have played here 3 times, and so what has Kevin been able to do? Major movie star. He's been
Yeah.
able to go out and jog.
Exactly.
Have a workout around town and not have anybody bother.
Exactly.
It-
Or Ricky Skaggs walk over to the farmer's market and just talk with some local farmers and things.
Mhm. Take pictures
Look at
of
cars
their
and
produce, look
things,
at cars. They're really finding out what a lot of people are. The small town experience is valuable. A
Right.
lot of us in small towns know each other. We have the opportunity to socialize and be friendly without the constraints of big city life, where a lot of people just don't know each other and won't talk to each other just because of their social circumstances. And this is different. This is small town America, and it's a great place to come and play, or it's a great place to come and listen to somebody play.
Yeah, and most concert venues are of this caliber are in major markets.
They are.
So they don't get that chance to get off and stretch their legs and wander around and talk to people and things.
Well, now when you're an artist and you're thinking about the venues to play in Virginia, you might think about, Bristol at the Paramount or the Barter Theater in Abingdon. And really the next places to play would be the Civic Centers in Roanoke, the bars in Roanoke, or the Harvester in Rocky Mount, which is a lot more friendly and accommodating. There are a lot of artists that can't sell 2,000 seats, but they can sell 500 all day long.
Yes.
So we like to get those artists here because we think we can fill the place up. Then you go on up and you get into maybe Stanton or Charlottesville, somewhere around there. So there aren't that many major stops, and we are now one of those major stops. We are a music destination.
And it's a nice break between, say, the DC market or the Baltimore market, and then going back into North Carolina or going over into West Virginia.
Yep.
It logistically works for a lot of people.
And there are a lot of people from the DC area and the DC larger metro area that have come here to the Harvester because it's a great experience. They might not be able to get tickets to see their favorite artists there, but they can get them here in an easy drive or train ride.
And they also don't have the traffic nightmare.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine somebody coming from DC that's used to going to, say, the Birchmere, and what they have to go through for traffic and parking and everything to come here? I mean, it must just blow their mind that
if they leave 10 minutes before the show, they probably will miss the show.
right.
If they come here to Rocky Mount and they leave 10 minutes before the show, they'll probably be seated 2 minutes before the artist starts.
Right.
It's really that great an experience. If you're coming from a hotel, there's really not much in the way of traffic, or
No.
we got plenty of stoplights, but nothing holds you up too seriously. So it's a great place to come and experience it all.
And it's very accommodating too. That I mean, okay, doors typically open at 7 o'clock, so we may have people start lining up around 6, but it's not like a Coliseum show where you'd have to be out there if it was still general admission or you were going to be on the floor in the pit or whatever, where you'd have to be there all day.
Yeah. We do have general admission seating.
We do.
On a lot of our shows, we'll have what's called the Gold Circle, which is the front section of the room.
Right. 20 feet from the stage.
So you've got that gold circle, if you are a gold circle ticket holder or a general admission ticket holder, the earlier you get here, the better seat you have.
Right.
Within your section. So,
Within your section.
But yeah, I'm fond of saying there are no bad seats in the house.
There are.
There's no obstructed views.
I was talking to several people in the last few nights, and they said, you know, we have learned that we would actually rather sit back a little ways so that you get the whole room sound.
Mm-hmm.
You get the full experience.
And there's no delays. I mean, with a room that size,
Right.
It's a good sized room, but you know, our sound system is set up in a way that you hear the music at the same time everybody else does.
Right.
So it has worked out really well, and you know, my personal preference is to sit on the very back row on the risers and you know just enjoy the show.
Well, that's another thing people have told me. They said, I'm short. If I sit back there, I don't have any problem if people are standing or whatever, or, you know. So.
Yeah. Well, got any favorite music from recent releases or things that are coming out lately? I know we've talked a lot about American Band by Drive-By Truckers, who performed here in March, and
Right.
we hope to have back
We
again.
hope they will be back.
If
There's a new,
Patterson and Cooley and the boys are watching, yeah, come on back.
Please come on back. Yeah. Aaron Lee Tasman's got a new record, Silver Tears.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite fond of.
He was here as the opener for Ray Wiley Hubbard
He was.
last October.
He was.
And of course, we'd like to have Ray Wiley back as well.
Yeah. The Weight was here. That was the same night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one upstairs, one downstairs.
Yeah.
You know, we've got so many favorite artists, and we get to hear so much music here, but we're always looking forward to new music, and of course, you know, we're looking for new performers.
Sure. Up and coming people. If you know, let us know. We'd love to have you.
You've got a favorite, you know, that is trying to put together a crowdsourced album.
John Latham's working on his second record.
And
Caleb, looking forward to that.
Caleb Caudle's doing the same thing.
He is.
You know, some up and coming
Right.
Americana guys. You know, it's nice for us to be able to participate in that process. And I know you've participated in crowdfunding. I have as well.
Yeah.
If you've got an artist that you're really passionate about, you want to be able to help contribute.
Sure.
You know, I'm still waiting for my producer credit on an album. But,
it's a nice feeling.
yeah, we want to help keep live music alive. We think it's a great thing, and certainly want to invite you to come back with us every week as we talk about the music that we have coming up, some of the new releases that are coming out. And yeah, send us your questions. We're going to post this on Facebook.
On Facebook,
we want
on
you to
YouTube.
be able to comment to us and let us know what you want to hear from us. You know, as early as we can, we'll give you some indication of who we have coming up.
Sure.
The new releases are
we'd love to answer
new shows
questions
that are going on sale. We want to answer your questions about the Harvester or about the Rocky Mountain Experience. You can reach Rex at Ticket Doctor at RockyMountainVA.org. You can reach me at Hankins, Hankins, at RockyMountainVA.org. We'd be glad to answer your questions. We're pretty accessible and wide open guys. Of course, you've got Rex's phone number. It's 540-GUITARS to buy those tickets.
Buy tickets, ask questions, whatever.
And we're open 24/7 online at harvester-music.com. We've got YouTube videos for the shows that are coming up. We've got backgrounds for the artists. We've got ticket prices. So anything that you need, you can find there. But if you can't find it, just give us a holler. We'll be glad to help out.
Yeah.
And we're just tickled to have the opportunity to get together and talk about music and have a good time. So look forward to joining you as regularly as we can. We're going to try to do this once a week. And if it works out, then great. We won't do one the week of Thanksgiving because we'll all be enjoying a little bit of a holiday. But we'll be back with you in 2 weeks, right after Thanksgiving. So.
And who knows, maybe we can get some artists in on these.
We're going to try and do some artist interviews as much as we can and drop those in where we can. Let you see what we have coming up and see what the artists enjoy about this experience and about the crowds that they see in Rocky Mountain. So until next time, we enjoyed our time with you. I'm Matt Hankins.
He's Matt. I'm Rex, the Cat in the Hat.
We'll see you next time on Hangin' At The Harvester.